Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Destinita Putri. You can call me Desti. I'm a student from Bina Sarana Informatika University, Faculty of Economic and Business, majoring in accounting. In this video, I'll convey my opinion regarding the topic that I'll discuss this time. The topic I'll discuss this time is smoking in campus area. You must be familiar with cigarettes. Tobacco leaves are dried and mixed with other ingredients, such as flavorings, preservative, and chemicals. Cigarettes contain a natural compound in tobacco called nicotine, which makes cigarettes addictive. In addition, chemicals from during combustion can produce dangerous substances. Smokers are divided into two types, namely active smokers and passive smokers. Active smokers are people who directly smoke cigarettes, so they are the ones most exposed to the harmful substances in cigarettes. While passive smokers are people who don't smoke but inhale cigarette smoke from active smokers around them. They are still exposed to toxic substances in cigarette smoke, which can also have a bad impact on health. So, what do you think if there are people around you who smoke, especially in the campus area? I'm on the contrary side of this issue because smoking in public places, especially on campus, is a selfish act. Smoking can be detrimental to yourself and others around you. As I mentioned before, passive smokers who inhale cigarette smoke from active smokers can also have a bad impact on their health. The impacts that occur are quite serious, especially if exposed for a long time, such as respiratory problems, for example, coughing, shortness of breath, sore throat, asthma, and pneumonia, heart disease, strokes, lung cancer, and many more. Wouldn't that be a really bad thing? If we ourselves or the people around us we care about experience all that? Moreover, the campus is a public place, which is a place to socialize by carrying out interaction activities between individuals that can be accessed by the public. Often many people underestimate the dangers of smoking, even though the consequences of smoking are not that simple. By smoking carelessly in inappropriate places, active smokers can only have a negative influence on other people who don't smoke. This is what underlines my argument against people smoking on campus. There are many people who are bothered by cigarette smoke, including myself. On the other hand, I cannot force everyone not to smoke. Nicotine makes it difficult for smokers to quiet and feels addicted. Smokers must have the intentions and self-awareness of the dangers of smoking first. Apart from that, the campus should be more strict and make regulation regarding smoking on campus. For example, providing smoking areas or not allowing smoking at all in campus areas. Looks like that's where our meeting ends this time. I apologize if there's a mistake in my words. This is purely my personal opinion. Thank you for watching this video. See you! Okay, now let's move to the next topic, the second one. I will talk about simple present tense. So let's get started. Here we go. What is simple present tense? Jadi simple present tense ini merupakan kata kerja dalam bahasa Inggris yang biasanya digunakan untuk menyatakan kejadian yang sedang berlangsung. Kata present di sini mengartikan masa sekarang atau masa kini. Jadi yang diomongin masa sekarang. Kemudian kapan? When is present tense used? Kapan present tense ini digunakan? Yang pertama, ketika membicarakan rutinitas atau aktivitas sehari-hari. Kedua, ketika menyatakan sebuah kebenaran atau fakta. Yang ketiga, ketika memerintah atau memberi larangan. Yang keempat, ketika membicarakan rencana atau jadwal di masa depan, namun masih dekat dari waktu sekarang. Kemudian types formula. Tipe formulanya itu ada dua dari simple present tense, yaitu ada nominal sama verbal. Nah, yang pertama nominal. Nominal simple present tense. Ini rumusnya ada tiga, yaitu ada kalimat positif, negatif, sama interrogatif. Kalimat positif itu ada subject plus to be plus complement. Kalimat negatif ada subject, to be plus not plus complement. Dan interrogatifnya to be plus subject plus complement. Kemudian contohnya untuk kalimat positifnya, I'm a student from Bina Sarana Informatika University. Saya seorang mahasiswa dari Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika. Negatifnya, is not a student from Bina Sarana Informatika University. Saya bukan seorang mahasiswa dari Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika. Dan tanyanya atau interrogatifnya, am I a student from Bina Sarana Informatika University? Apakah saya seorang mahasiswa dari Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika? Kemudian yang kedua, itu ada verbal simple present tense. Yang verbal juga sama, ada tiga tipe kalimat, yang positif, negatif, sama interrogatif. Yang positifnya subject, terus plus verb one. Cuman yang membedakan antara nominal sama verbal ini, kalau verbal ada tambahan s atau es-nya di belakang kata verb one-nya. Itu berlaku jika subjeknya itu adalah she, he, dan it. Kemudian plus complement. Begitu juga yang negatif, subject, terus ada ditambah do atau does dulu, baru verb one, plus complement. Yang interrogatifnya tinggal dibalik do atau does plus subject plus verb one plus complement. Nah, kemudian contohnya yang positif, kalimat positifnya. I'm buy the book in Gramedia store. Saya membeli buku itu di toko Gramedia. Terus kalau yang pakai penambahan s-nya itu subjeknya he ya. Di sini kita pakai he. Jadi he buys the book in Gramedia store. Dia laki-laki membeli buku itu di toko Gramedia. Terus contoh yang negatifnya, I don't buy the book in Gramedia store. Di sini don't itu kepanjangan dari do dan not. Karena di sini subjeknya I bukan he, jadi dia pakainya do ya. Kalau misalnya he, dia does. Terus karena dia negatif, jadi ditambah not. Jadi do not dan does not. Terus kemudian tinggal ditambah verb one ya, buy. Jadi yang ini I don't buy, yang ini he doesn't buy the book in Gramedia store. Dia laki-laki tidak membeli buku itu di toko Gramedia. Nah, kemudian contoh yang interrogatifnya, am I. Nah, ini antara subjek dan to be-nya ditukar. Jadi subjeknya I, to be-nya am. Jadi am I buy the book in Gramedia store? Apakah saya membeli buku itu di toko Gramedia? Terus kalau yang subjeknya he, yang si it itu karena dia pakai does, jadi does-nya itu di depan. Baru subjeknya. Jadi does he buy the book in Gramedia store? Apakah dia laki-laki membeli buku itu di toko Gramedia? Nah, kemudian di sini ada buat penambahan kata kerja, akhiran kata kerja. Ini kalau misalnya akhirannya ini S, H, C, H, S, Z, X, konsonan plus Y, vokal plus Y, dan O. Ini penambahannya ES, AIS, IS, S, S, S. Terus ini contohnya. Nah, kemudian di sini ada contoh soal, itu ubah kalimat menjadi kalimat yang benar, yang baik dan benar. Ini yang pertama, we goes to the gallery with my family. Ini kalimatnya salah ya. Di sini subjeknya we, bukan she, he, it. Karena itu verbnya itu nggak ada penambahan s atau es. Jadi di sini harusnya we go to the gallery with my family. Kemudian yang kedua, he doesn't makes a cake for his brother. Di sini subjeknya he, kemudian ini doesn't, terus makes. Nah, jika di sini pakai sudah menggunakan does not, yang di belakang itu nggak usah ada verb one, tidak perlu ada penambahan s ya. Jadi make. Jadi he doesn't make a cake for his brother. Terus yang ketiga, she plays badminton in the studio. Di sini subjeknya see, kan? See. Kemudian di sini play, verb one-nya play. Terus ada penambahan es. Ini salah ya, karena dia verbnya itu ada kalimat vokal plus y di sini, a dan y. Jadi yang ditambahkan hanya s saja. Jadi plays, bukan plays. Jadi she plays badminton in the studio. Terus I doesn't eat meat for dinner. Nah, di sini subjeknya I, bukan she he eat, tapi dia menggunakan does. Harusnya kalau I menggunakan do. Jadi I don't eat meat for dinner. Nah, ini jawabannya ya yang tadi. Nah, sekian yang dapat saya sampaikan. Kurang lebihnya mohon maaf. I hope you can get useful knowledge from this presentation. Good luck and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.